la 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 la. Welcome back from intermission, kids. Oh, 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 the cursor's in the wrong place. There we go. Okay. We switched to whiskey. That's a variation on a Manhattan that I don't remember the name. You screenshot these recipes. It's impossible to get the name of the drink and the picture and the recipe in one shot because I don't know what it is with copyright laws, but you can't copyright a recipe, so you have to write a whole fucking story and include the recipe in it. Anyway, that's like a couple of shots of rye whiskey and 3/4 of a shot of sweet vermouth, and then a 1/4 shot each of Luxardo, so cherry, and yeah, I didn't have the Amaros it called for, but the closest thing I had is Averna. And this is actually pretty tasty. Yeah, that's only like the second drink I've found. And the first one that has no port wine or sangria in it with Averna. Because, yeah, you've seen me drink beatniks because I love those things. Anyway. Let's get my hair on straight. Look at this thing I got over here. What is this? Wait. I don't know. Our second feature tonight, another classic. This one's even more of a classic. You've all seen it. You've all seen this movie poster. You probably had this toy robot when you were a kid. And lyrics to the Rocky Horror Picture. You saw that in my ad. Lyrics to the Rocky Horror Picture Show. About Anne Francis. Starring in Forbidden Planet. And this is a fantastic poster. I'm not going to throw this one. Amazing Forbidden Planet in CinemaScope, starring Walter Pidgeon, Anne Francis, Leslie Nielsen with Warren Stevens, and introducing Robbie the Robot. Anything else? Eastman color? Yeah. Well, we'll just set that over there. We don't want to throw that poster. That's good. 1957, Lowe's Incorporated. L-O-E-W. Directed by Fred M. Wilcox. And starring, we went over there were more stars than a young Leslie Nielsen. Anne Francis stars in Forbidden Planet. Believe it or not, I wrote this up. The first and only time I've seen this movie all the way through. Like just a couple of years ago. I don't know how that happened. I had the robot as a kid. It's the year 2257 and we humans are capable of traveling beyond the speed of light. Got that? Faster than the speed of light. Even though we've detected nothing faster than the speed of light. to far-off galaxies. A crew is sent out in a flying saucer to find out what happened to an exploratory mission almost 20 years prior to a planet in the Altair 4 solar system. A planet much like Earth in size and climate. On their approach, they discover a radio signal, a warning of sorts. How many times have we seen that since? From the crew of the previous mission. But, being tough guys with a job to do, they land anyway. And they meet up with a Dr. Morbius, a professor and seemingly the only inhabitant of the planet. He has the interlopers to lunch, prepared by his trusty robot, Robbie, and explains what happened to the rest of his crew. After lunch, the professor's daughter walks in her oh-so-short skirt. Shorter than short skirt. And sets the traveling visitors to drooling. Yeah, they all kind of look like that. They take turns hitting on her, while Morbius fills Commander Adams, Nelson, and the ship's doctor in on the past inhabitants of the planet. Adams feels that the knowledge these aliens left behind should not be entrusted solely to Morbius. But about this time, his own crew starts to fall prey to an unseen terror back at the ship. They set up a perimeter, but find it is of no use. Blah, 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 blah. It's of no use, as the gargantuan invisible creature kills again and again. What emerges is the reason that the far-advanced aliens had died off 2,000 years prior. But can they convince Morbius of all this before all is lost? And I said, don't count on it. You know how they get. Fun, colorful, and brimming with Disney-esque fantasy. When we finally find out what the monster is, it's just ridiculous. And then we are further insulted with talk of God. Yeah, another one of these Cold War era science fiction movies with a sermon at the end. The good old days. This one spawned probably a dozen shitty TV shows in the following decades. And yeah, it is much talked about. They call it a classic. I call it a two-ring circus.
Well, I mean, could we even go into I suppose, a bit of a negative ring circus tonight?
Wait, a negative ring circus? Now we haven't done that, and I actually like this one better than the last one, but sure. Percival gives this one negative rings. All right, let's get in the bucket here. We'll be back in a couple of weeks. I'm thinking about changing to Sunday night. Got more going on lately, and maybe it's just time to I record on Sunday nights. Maybe it's just time to like put the movie out on Sunday night and record the next week's right after. What do you think of this one, Percival? Drink that Japanese gin if you agree. Okay. We have Gog and the Phantom from 10,000 Leagues. And I'll be honest, I don't remember either of these, so it'll be just as big a surprise for me. So we'll be back in a couple of weeks with Gog and the Phantom of 10,000 Leagues. Now, if you liked what you saw, give us a thumbs up. If you see anything about Harold, let me know. I'll look online again and see if there's anything. Pardon me. We'll see you in a couple of weeks, kids.